Ryan, this machining cell you've got here has been set up within the last 2 years. It's full of Haas machines. Why are there machines here?
Well, what we had to look at, Paul, was investment for where we wanted to go with the future. And I was tasked to go away, look what we need to do to set up a machine shop that we can grow a business from. We looked at various machine suppliers, and when it come down to cost, reliability, support, we opted to go with the Haas.
Had you had experience with them before this purchase?
Yeah, I'm a Haas user from a previous employment, and again, no problems whatsoever.
And the spread of machines that you invested in, so we've got everything from a Super Mini Mill 2 here to a UMC 5-axis machining centre, then onto your lathes you've got an ST10Y and an ST30. What was the idea behind that mix?
So what we needed to look at is a variety of components, because we're not always doing one part. We do very specific parts, whether it's down to a small bit of milling of plastic to a big turning job to 1/2 metre in diameter.
Let's start on the turning. Can we pick up this part here, Ryan, because this is something you've been doing on the ST30. Just tell me, or tell our viewers, what the material is and what the machining process is on this.
Okay, so this is made from an EN24T, quite a tough material, obviously very hard to machine. The ST30 is very good machine for this. We get no vibration whatsoever.
What size of billet does it come out of?
This is started as a 260mm billet, and we're turning this down. We're not taking too much off. There's a date and process to doing this job, where we'd put it up, make sure that it's got a nice flat surface. It's held very well to take away vibration, because this is a very thin-walled part when you look down here. So, you know, we really need to cover where we're going with this.
I was thinking then about making sure the part comes out flat or is machined flat. You need to look at the work holding as well. Is that something that you've invested time into?
Yeah, I mean, the majority of all our work holding we do actually make in-house as well in quiet periods, so it's something that we do.
Now, this part doesn't actually involve the Y-axis, but you've got the Y-axis, so do you get the benefit of that out of the machines as well?
Yeah, so with the Y-axis, we concentrate that on smaller production runs, so where we'd be doing smaller parts, elaborating an operation which generally you would find would go to the mini mill, for example. Now we can do all that on the ST10Y.
And if you didn't have a Y-axis, would you be in a lot different a position? Does it give you much more flexibility, reducing operations and cycle times?
Yeah, it reduces cycle times, operations, and also cost when you're looking as an external part for a customer.
Before we move on to the mills, you've also got the ST30 and the ST10. They're a good mix as well, because you've got a bigger machine and a smaller turning machine as well.
Yeah, exactly that. So we're covered down to working from smaller parts all the way up to 1/2 metre in diameter.
And can you do milling on either of these two machines?
We can mill on the ST10Y. The ST1030 is just a big workhorse for doing stuff like I show you in front of me.
Then we go on to on the milling side. You've got two extremes really. You've got probably one of Haas's more simpler machine tools, the Super Mini Mill 2, or more smaller machine tools, right the way up to the UMC 750. What's the idea behind those two?
So the idea behind that is that we can still cater for a market of smaller, simpler milling operations where we've got a quick machine, quick tool change. We've also got a full-axis rotary for that, for doing shaft work, etc. like that.
Tell me how fast that Super Mini Mill is.
10,000 RPM. It's tool change nose to nose, 2.2 seconds. So it's great for a production machine.
And what's the BT back end on it?
BT40.
Okay, so you've got the stability of a chunkier tool changer as well. Now let's go on to the UMC, because I know this is one of your prized possessions really here, isn't it? Let's pick up this part as well, Ryan. The UMC 750, you were one of the first in the country to have one of these 5-axis machines. How's the experience been?
It's been great. It's an absolute joy for us, this machine. It's opened a lot of doors that we potentially couldn't do before. Now we can take on a lot more complicated work with a lot more ease, knowing we have the comfort of making these parts.
And you're not just doing 3+2, you're doing full 5-axis simultaneous as well, I believe.
Yeah, we do full 5-axis sim. The main majority is 3+2, but we do hit to the 5 simultaneous market.
This part here, has this been done on the UMC?
Yep, this was made on the UMC 750.
lot of pocketing, a lot of features to be machined.
Yeah, there's a lot of pocketing. For example, here you can look at the part. We've got side holes from multiple planes and operations. We've actually got a flow pocket through the centre of this part that was 5-axis simmed through here. Obviously, we had to cover the tool from hitting and having any collisions, which has been great, as you can see through there, the flow of the centre pocket.
So is this a 2-op job?
Yeah, this is a 2-operation job where before this would be a multiple operation for us. We'd have to make fixtures, etc., to get to the correct angle of the part.
How long does it take?
They're about 45 minutes now, so yeah.
Wow, it's a lot of machining. I mean, it comes out of a much bigger billet than what the finished part is as well, doesn't it, obviously?
Yes, completely that, Paul.
Now, with the UMC, again, just for our viewers, tell us the speed of it and what you like about it in general.
The UMC, 12,000 RPM spindle. What do I like about the machine? Everything. What's not to like about it? It's a great machine. You've got big entry access to it. It's simple to set. It's easy for operators to run.
You're a fan of the work shift as well?
I'm a fan of the dynamic work shift, yes, completely.
And again, just so for the people that don't know, what does that do for you?
The dynamic work shift, so one program, we could set a part up again in multiple positions, different positions. One program would run, the Haas control would convert the work shift for you.
Jota Advanced Engineering Limited, what are you actually machining here? It's not all about your parts, you're doing subcontract as well.
Yeah, we offer subcontract work as well as supporting our own race teams in-house.
Okay, and times are good at the moment?
Times are very good at the moment. We just won our championship in the ELMS this year, so a very positive spin.
When it comes to motorsport and automotive, Haas seem to have a very good name in this area. Would you concur?
Yeah, I agree with that, exactly that.